Hi students, welcome to day 8 Commerce Revision Plan. I hope you are following the study plan. If you had not watched my previous videos, please watch. If these videos are useful, please subscribe, like and share. Students, let us see day 8 questions and answers. This is a continuation of lesson 6, very short answers. What do you mean by auctioning? It is a method of trading whereby merchants here refers to the persons who deal with securities, bid against one another, and where the securities are sold to the highest bidder is known as auctioning. And the next question is, what do you mean by switching? Switching in the government security market it enable the government to repay its loans, that is the purchase of one security against the sale of another security. This activity will be carried out by RBI in the secondary market as part of its open market operations. It is described as switching. Now let us see from lesson 7, first question. What is meant by stock exchange? Stock exchange is also a stock market or share market. It is one of the important constituents. Constituent is one of the essential part of capital market. Stock exchange is an organized, that is well systemized market for buying and selling of corporate and other securities. Securities traded in this stock market includes shares and debentures issued by public companies which are duly listed at the stock exchange, and bonds and debentures issued by government, municipal public corporations and municipal port trust bodies. So these shares and debentures are traded in stock exchange. Now we'll move to the short answers. The first one from lesson 7, explain bull and bear. When you study bull and bear, you can compare and study because both of their activities are opposite to each other. See here, a bull or Tejiwala is an operator. Here, Tejiwala is a quick. Mandiwala here is slow. Okay, he expects rise in prices of securities in the future. He expects rise in prices, but where he expects fall in prices. So now, in anticipation of price rise, bull purchase shares right now. Here, in anticipation of buying shares in future at lower price, he sells the shares at higher price, just opposite of that he does, opposite of bull. Okay, now see, in anticipation of price rise, he purchases shares at present with an intention to sell at higher prices in future. He is called bull because just like a bull tends to throw its victim up in the air, a bull speculator stimulates the price to rise. So he is an optimistic speculator. Here you just see uh, bear does not have securities at present, but he sells them at higher price in anticipation that he will supply them or he will buy them at lower price in future. So he is like a bear usually presses its victim down to the ground. Similarly, a bear speculator tends to force down the prices of securities. So a bear is a pessimistic speculator. And next is explain stag and lame duck. Here stag is a cautious speculator. He'll be very cautious, very careful uh, in the stock exchange. He applies for shares in new companies. He always applies shares in new companies which expects to have a premium. Okay, expects to sell them at a premium if he gets an allotment. So when he purchases the shares or before he apply the shares, he select those companies shares which are in more demand and which will carry a premium. Okay, so those type of company shares he will select. he sells the shares before being called to pay the allotment money. So he is also called a premium hunter. He always wants to sell the shares at a premium. Next is a lame duck. A lame duck is a uh, bear speculator only. Okay, he's a bear speculator. Uh, this bear speculator contracts to sell securities at a later date. Okay, so on the appointed time, he is not able to get the securities, as the holders are not willing to part with them. In such a situation, he is unable to provide or supply the shares to the buyers. So in that situation, he feels concerned. Moreover, the buyer also not willing to carry over the transaction. So in that time, he struggles like a lame duck. So lame duck is a bear speculator who agree to sell certain securities on a particular date at a specific price, but on the appointed time, he is unable to supply the shares to the buyers. So in that situation, he feels concerned. And now next we'll see the definition of the human resource management. Here there are two definitions. Whichever you find it easy, you can learn those any one of those definitions. The first one is given by Dale Yoder. uh, Human resource management as the effective process of planning and directing the application, development, and utilization of human resources in employment. Here it means it is an effective process, that is effectively they plan, they direct, application, they apply or they make use, development and utilization. Those employees who have been selected in the organization will be planned and they will be properly utilized in the employment. That is the meaning of this definition. And next is, in the words of EFL Breck, HRM as the part of management process. It is they are saying it is one of the management function which is primarily concerned with the human constituents, that is human as a important or essential part of an organization they will consider and they will manage them. Okay, next is we'll move to the long answers. What are the characteristics of government securities? Here there are 14 characteristics are there. I have listed out only 7. Out of that I am writing only 5 points, 5 or 6 points. Agencies, RBI's special role, nature of securities and market, participants, switching, auctioning. This switching and auctioning you already study in very short answers. So these 2 points you can write it in this characteristics. First one, agencies. The government securities are issued by agencies such as central government and state government, semi-government authorities like local government authorities, example municipalities, and autonomous institutions such as metropolitan authorities, ports, etc. So these are the agents who issue the government securities in the government securities market. Now the RBI special role. RBI takes a special and active role in the purchase and sale of these securities as part of its monetary management exercise. Actually, RBI has a control over the monetary system of our country. So as one of the functions of that, it will control or it will take this activity also, this purchase and sale of these securities as also one of the monetary control function. And next is nature of securities. Nature of securities here, it is always whenever you buy government securities, it is safe. They are offering a safe investment. because here the payment of interest is guaranteed, and even the repayment of principal amount is also guaranteed by government. So the nature of security is it is fully safety. It's a guarantee. It is guaranteed by government. And market. Here market is in this government securities market, as each sale and purchase has to be negotiated separately, will be separately dealt in the over the counter market. For example, if an investor who wants to purchase the securities, he has to approach OTCI counter, one of the OTCI counter, which is spread across the country. So he has to approach, he has to register, and what type of security he needs, the name of the security and quantity, how many he requires, and the price range, everything he has to mention in that. That then the transaction will take place through the over the counter market. Same way, those investors who want to sell their shares, sell their securities, they also should approach the one of the counters of the over the counter market, and they have to fill in the order request and specifying the securities name, what securities they have, and how many number of securities they have, at what price they wanted to dispose. Everything they have to fill it up, and then the transaction will take place over the counter market. The government securities market has two segments, primary market and the secondary market. Now auctioning and switching, I told you earlier. Auctioning is here the trading of securities. The merchants will be bidding against one another, and the securities will be sold to the highest bidder. And switching is helps the government to repay their loans. That is purchasing of one security. In order to purchase one security, they will sell another security. By that way, it will get money to purchase the security which have been already issued in the secondary market. As part of it, this activity will be done by the RBI in the secondary market as part of its open market operation. This is described as a switching. Now let us move to the functions of stock exchange. Here there are 8 functions, but I have listed only 6 functions, and I am going to explain only 5 functions. Here the first function is ready and continuous market, correct evaluation of securities, protection to investors, aid to capital formation, seasoning of securities, clearing house of business information. The first one is a ready and continuous market. From this heading itself, you can understand the stock exchange provide a ready market and a continuous market. Anytime the investor can sell his shares and stock which he has, quickly he can sell, quickly he can dispose them, or whenever he wants to buy, he can buy. So the easy marketability of security increases their liquidity and consequently raises their value. Next is correct evaluation. The prices at which securities are purchased and sold in the stock exchange will be recorded. All the transactions will be recorded, and it will be made public. They will made it as a public, and these prices are called market quotations. So anytime an investor can evaluate his securities on the basis of these quotations. Every day market quotations will be displayed. So based on that quotation, he can evaluate every day, he can evaluate about his shares. And next is protection to investors. All the dealings in stock exchange are according to the well-defined rules and regulations. For example, broker cannot charge higher rate of commission for their services. Any malpractice will be severely punished. So the investors will be protected. And aid to capital formation. Stock exchange always induce people to save and invest in securities. So in that way, steady flow of capital into industry, and it will assist the industrial development also. And next is seasoning of securities. Here speculators and underwriters, they will hold the new company shares for a temporary period, and they will be looking for the right time. uh, when they supply the securities in the market, it should be absorbed by the investors. So they will be waiting for the right time to unlock. So till the time they will be temporarily holding all these new company shares, and at the right time they will release, so that there will be a demand for the new issues. And next is clearing house of business information. Here only listed companies in all the stock exchanges, only the listed companies shares will be traded. So in order to list the company's name in the stock exchange list, they have to furnish all the important information relating to capital management, dividend distribution, etc., and forward the copies of financial statement, annual reports, everything to the stock exchange. Then only those companies' name will be listed in the stock exchange list. So they publish every year books detailing the financial position of companies. So this gives a vital information to the investing public. So all the information given by all the companies will be published every year. So this will give a important information for the investing public, so that they can decide on their investment. Okay students, I have explained today's 8 questions. I hope you will study and finish this 8 questions of today's study plan. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and share with your friends. Thank you so much.